any advice to a brand new stacker, somebody who's just getting into the game?
The best advice I could possibly give is don't buy over your means, because that seems like what a lot of new guys do. They come in and they start buying like crazy, and then they have to sell right away, and you lose interest that way too, because it's not easy to sell, first off, and then you're gonna lose money guaranteed. If you buy within a month and then 2 months later you got to sell it, you're going to lose money. That's just how it is. And that leaves a really bad taste in people's mouths, and they just get out of the hobby.
Get right out of it. Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I would say don't buy more than you're supposed to, figure out what you can afford and stick to that, and do it steadily for at least plan 5 to 10 years.
Good stuff, man. And when did you first start getting into metals?
2012. So I was working as a bellman at a hotel, and so I had the 401k, I had all this stuff, but I wanted something that was kind of like a hobby, but also an investment. And I started looking into gold and silver, and I've always liked old coins. I always thought that was so neat, thinking about the history and what did this coin buy back in the day? Who held it? It's just so cool to me. So that's how I got into it. And then, but it saved me so many times, because, I was trying to start a pool business, which you would think in Florida is a great business, but it's not.
Really?
It's difficult. Yeah. Because people don't pay you on time. You could go like 2-3 months without people paying you, or you do a job and they don't pay you. That's the story of any contractor. But I was doing both the bellman and the pool business, and they fired everybody at the hotel, so the pool business became the only source of income, and I was struggling bad. Because it was not ready to be the only source. So but yeah, so I had to sell my stack several times, and thank God I had it, because I wouldn't have got through.
That's actually good to hear, because people think that it's there and it's always going to be there, but it's there for that reason, that it's there to be used. It's not there just to collect dust. It's nice to hold, it's nice to look at, but when you need it, I mean, it's there.
Yeah, and a lot of wealthy people buy it until they find another investment, and they'll sell it to jump into a lateral investment like property or something like that. And that's something. It's the kids these days mostly that they want to get rich right away. You know what I mean? So they want to buy like the Bitcoin and become a millionaire overnight. And gold and silver is not going to do that. But it's going to do a lot for you as far as saving money and stuff like that. And when an opportunity comes, if you're smart with it, then that's what it's there for. Yeah, absolutely.
Now, you probably deal with a lot of the wealthy buyers who buy large quantities at once. What do you find they typically buy? Are they buying silver or gold?
So mostly they want gold, but I also try and sway them to silver for 2 reasons. One is a selfish reason, and the other is because you really should, diversify. You shouldn't just buy gold. You shouldn't just buy silver. Silver is, it has the better chance of getting the higher yield than gold. But so I always tell them to get a little bit of both, and the margins are a lot better on silver. That's a selfish reason. So but yeah, I have a customer that buys 250,000 every 3 months, and they usually do gold most of the time. Yeah,
that's amazing.
Yeah, the wealthy definitely want gold. What's that?
That's amazing.
That is.
Yeah,
that is.
Yeah,
That's,
but yeah, they want gold. It's hard for me to convince them to get silver. It's just they're elderly, and silver's bulky. It's heavy, And when you're talking that much money, that's a lot of weight in silver.
Sure. Hell yeah.
Someone that's elderly,
So what have you seen on the other side as far as selling? What's easier to offload? If you've got a stockpile of generic silver versus generic gold, which one do you think offloads quicker?
The silver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's a benefit there. That's good.
Yeah. And you could also offload it to other wholesalers, right? And it's very easy, and you won't get beat up. Whereas the generic gold, you're going to sell it under spot. And you could get beat up depending on when you bought it and stuff like that. So if I ever buy generic gold, I'm buying it under spot and I'm selling it right away. I'm not even holding it at all because there's no premium. And, right now we're on a down market too. So
yeah, that
makes what were you saying?
I was saying if spot tanks, you're out.
Oh,
you're out of money.
Right.
Yep.
What do you go by for spot price? What's your go-to? I know a lot of people go to JM. What's your
Kitco?
That's
all the dealers use Kitco. So if they say, 1.5% over spot, you automatically know they're talking about Kitco. So it was kind of weird when Kitco got hacked because it wasn't there.
When was this?
Yeah, they got hacked. It was last week, I think.
Really? I hadn't heard anything about it.
I haven't heard nothing.
And they got hacked. That's why if you go to Kitco now, it's a different website. It doesn't even look the same anymore.
Wow.
So
Pauly, I think we're gonna have to do a show
during that phase.
Yeah, we talked about the hacks, the computer hacks in Vegas to those casinos.
Yeah.
But right. Yeah, this is the first I've heard about the Kitco.
Guido, tell me on the other side of it, for new sellers, like obviously people have been amassing their stack for a while. If I was a new seller, what tips would you have for me to get me to where you're at today?
I would say networking is a huge thing. Get in those Facebook groups, Instagram, and kind of make a name for yourself, one way or another. And it's not easy. I mean, you could lose packages in the mail, especially with USPS the way it is.
The worst. Check out the full episode on the Crucible podcast. Link in the description below.